Good afternoon, Professor. Myself, Sai Karthik. Welcome to Lab 2 of Security and Compliance subject. So here, what we are doing is we are building a web app with threat detection using Azure Monitor and KQL. So before doing this lab, just let's try to build up a sample app. So here we have this app.py. This is just a sample Flask app where it has sorry, a successful login credentials as well as a failed login credentials. And also we have an HTTP request which triggers the successful event as well as the failed events. So basically, what we are looking in this lab is whenever a successful or a failed event is triggered through this HTTP request, so it has to have that specific logs that has to be stored in your logs workspace analytics. So this is what we're gonna see here. So as I said, so this is the sample application, and this is the HTTP request which we are going to give now. So let's try to test it again. So let's hit the send request button and see we got a message here saying login success. And let's try to hit again. Let's login success. And also let's try to trigger the failed attempts as well. So here it says like login failed. So let's try to attempt for like 3 to 4 times. And also like at the end of this lab, so we have also set an alert rule. So to send like an email notification saying that hey, for this many between this time these time specific time, so these many as failed attempts has been logged in. So this is actually sent to your email notification so that to have a extra layer of protection. So that this is what we have done in the end of the lab. So let's try to check the same from the Azure portal. So here let me show. This is the resource group which we created, and this is the apps. This is the Azure app which we deployed, and this is the app service plan, and this is the log analytics workspace. So, so what we have done here is from the Flask app in the deployment center. Uh, sorry, the diagnostic settings. So here you see the workspace logs. So we have tied up this web app to the logs workspace. So that whatever the event which is triggered from this app, that responding logs is going to get registered in your log analytic workspace, which is your Flask log. So here, let's go to your logs because before we just triggered few failed and as well as successful attempts. Let's try to check it through the logs here. So for example, let's try to take some sample queries. Let's say, yeah, run. So see, so these many failed login attempts have been triggered between the specific time for the past 30 minutes, right? So yeah, so we're gonna do the same exact workflow, but we're gonna automate this process. Like how we're gonna automate is like just by adding an alert rule where you registered your like whatever email ID which you required. In my case, I registered my Algonquin email ID so that you can also see the alert rule which is created. See, this is the alert rule which is created for the sample app. So here, when you go to your sample app, go to your app, and when you click on alerts, you see these many alerts has been fired. And also, I could show you the respective alert which we got for the failed attempts. So these are the failed attempts which was triggered from the alert rule, which we just set. In order, if there is a failed attempt when you're trying to log into your Flask app, if there is any fail attempt, you get this specific notification. And that's it. That's the end of this tutorial, as we saw. Thank you, Professor.